Question 2. You're given a graph, which is a quadratic function, p over x to the power of n plus qx plus r, and given that p, q, r, n are constants, and the graph passes the x-axis at minus u and u. So part A, state the value of n. Part B, and given that the product of roots is r, state the value of q and p. So first part, we're given that this function is quadratic, which means that there's no x squared term, so a quadratic must have an x squared term. So we deduce that the x to the power of n term must be the x squared term. So let's rewrite that equation. Okay, that's px squared plus qx plus r, because it is given that it is quadratic. So therefore, n must be equal to minus 2. And that's the answer for the first part. For the second part, we have a graph, given a graph, and we can say that for the graph, the equation for the function is some constant a into x minus u, x plus u. X minus u for the root here, and x plus u for the root here, and some unknown constant. So this is some positive constant a, which is not equal to 0. So this can be rewritten as a x squared minus u squared. Now, if we compare this function with this function, we notice that we have a constant term, an x squared term, but we have no x term. So if we compare the coefficients of x term, we find that q equal to 0. So q equals to 0. That's your answer. And for part 2, we are given that the product of roots is r over p. But from this equation, we know that we are given that the product of roots is r, but from this equation, we know that the product of roots is r over p. So product of roots equals to r over p, which is also given to r, which is given. Therefore, we conclude that p is equal to 1. And that's question 2.